The hashtag blew up on social media beginning in 2013. Suddenly, the reality that we all knew, that black girls and women are strong, smart, successful, and beautiful, had a name. This is what I wish you knew about Black Girl Magic. Hello everyone, I am Brittany Timmons and welcome to I Wish You Knew. The phrase Black Girls Are Magic was popularized by writer and blogger Kashawn Thompson. Shortened to Black Girl Magic, what started as a hashtag has become a powerful movement. But like Black Girls Rock, why are these three life-affirming words so potent that they're defining a generation? Here to tell you what they wish you knew are...
Hey, I am IWYK.
Hi, I'm Yasmin.
Hi, I'm Mahogany.
And I'm Britt Waters.
With the Black Girl Magic movement over 4 years old and growing stronger, its creator offered some important clarity. Kashawn Thompson recently said in an interview, "It's not just for women who have line sisters and women who go to brunch and graduated from college. This movement is for every black woman. The ratchet girls, the hood girls, the trans girls, the differently able girls. Black Girl Magic is for all of us." So panel, what is Black Girl Magic?
Black Girl Magic is just us being, honey. Like, I feel like it embodies a lot of things. It can be whatever you want it to be, but ultimately I think that it shows our perseverance and also like our resilience. So whatever you're doing, knowing all of the things that we have against us, the magic in being able to complete that with all of that pressure. Like, there you go.
There you go, yeah. Anybody over here? What is Black Girl Magic and what does it mean to you personally?
I feel like Black Girl Magic is kind of like a celebration and a representation of what we all knew to be true way before the hashtag even started. We're just finally recognizing the things that we've been doing to show how strong we are, how beautiful we are, and the things that we're doing that maybe other people are doing that's being recognized that we might not be recognized for.
For sure.
From my perspective, I believe that when I say and think of Black Girl Magic, for me, it's the overcoming of the struggle that they automatically put on you. Being black already, it's a struggle. Being a woman, it has been a struggle. So when you put those two things together in overcoming the success that they said you were never going to have, the achievements that they said you was never going to have, the things that you grow into once things have already been placed for you to fail and crumble, the rising above all of it. I think that's where the magic comes from, and just being a black woman and being able to stand beyond those things is what set it off even more and what gives it this certain gloss effect. Because they told us we wasn't supposed to have success.
Right.
You got to be told we were just supposed to be out there in a cotton field picking
Right.
stuff. But
Right.
to be able to succeed and really get money and have careers and really be conquering in these elements, they never saw that for us.
But we saw it for ourselves.
We were
So, and I
always
love
the
that.
backbone of America from the very beginning, and we still are. You know, we're the ones with the high voter turnout. We're the ones that are overeducated. We're the ones that have been holding down the families for years and years and years.
Yeah.
So that stigma that was put on us in the beginning shouldn't even existed. We've been magic since we were created.
From the beginning.
Come on.
And I like what Jesse Williams said in his speech. I think it was on Black Girls Rock on one of those award shows. And he said, you know, just because we're magic doesn't mean we're not real. But for me, Black Girl Magic, I think it's our essence. I think, like IWYK said, it's our resilience, you know, and we're multitaskers. I mean, some of us are mothers and wives, and we're all sisters and daughters and aunties, but yet lots of us have either a full-time job or multiple jobs, and we have this balance. And even when things come against us or people hurt us, we just have this, we rise like a phoenix from the ashes. And that's
Come on, sis,
that's the magic. That's the magic. We can't be defeated. We can't be oppressed and put down for too long, because we will, just like Maya Angelou says, still I rise.
Yasmin, what you about to do? You
I
about
was
to
just
give us What is Black Girl Magic?
No,
to you?
like we're breaking boundaries, and I think that, like you said, like we hold so many titles as Black women. I think sometimes that brings on like a silence in us, and I feel like now we are rebelling. We're speaking on it. We are able to show our emotions. We're able to stand and be bold and be proud and honor our color, our curly hair, our nappy roots, our culture, where we come from, and we're able to have this platform now to talk about it and be about it, and not trying to put on this face of a woman or a race that we do not know anything about, or we don't identify, or assimilation.
Yeah, we're like, no.
And that's big, that's major for us, because I feel like a lot of us growing up, we didn't have that.
Hello?
And now we're grown-ups and we're women now, and we're owning that. And that to me is so powerful, and that now, like, once we go on and we can have kids, we're able to embody that and embrace that.
Yeah.
Because we lived it.
For sure. The magic too, I think what you were saying is like, for so long we had to accomplish things, but we had to be silent. We had to be humble about it.
Yes.
Because to be boisterous and to have personality, for me to snap my fingers, for me to want to wear hoops, I couldn't do that because I was labeled as ghetto or I was hood. But now I can do what I want to do. I can talk, I can speak the way that I want to, because I am not trying to uphold a standard to meet anybody's needs. I'm going to talk the way I want to when I want to. I know how to turn what I want on, and I know how to turn it off. For so long we had to like subdue all of that. We had to be prim and prep, sit a certain way to make certain people happy. We don't have to do that.
Like, accommodate them.
And we never had to do it. It's just what society has put on us, and which I like is what all of you guys are saying is you're using our and you're using we. Because for years and years and years, we've always been so competitive. Because we are minorities as women and minorities as being Black, it's like, oh, that's competition. But now we can celebrate each other and come together, and that's something that's almost new.
It is new.
Yeah.
Hold on, we're gonna get back to this. We got to go, take a break, but stay with us. We'll be right back with more magic in a moment. That is very true. It's always been a Welcome back to this very special edition of I Wish You Knew. A big component of Black Girl Magic is encouraging and supporting women and girls in pursuit and attainment of leadership. In March of 2017, Mayor Muriel Bowser and her education team announced RAIN, a three-pronged initiative designed to empower young women as leaders.
RAIN will support young women to grow into leadership roles, because we know that women can be leaders, but they have to be told that and learn that every step of the way. They can be entrepreneurs, they can be in politics, they can be in all levels of business.
Joining us from RAIN is Kristen Moore. Kristen, thank you so much for joining us. Can you please tell us what RAIN is and how the program works?
Yes, so RAIN is RAIN Empowering Young Women as Leaders, and as Mayor Bowser just said, it was launched in March 2017, and it's a three-pronged initiative with identity, health and wellness, and leadership, where girls can create their own safe spaces to talk about things that affect them as young women. So there's two strands of work. There is the RAIN Innovation Funds, where there's 12 DC public schools that have programming for young women of color. And there are the We the Girls Leadership Series that's actually launching this month, which is a leadership series where ambassadors from 3 middle schools, there are going to be 4 ambassadors from 3 middle schools that will create their own We the Girls Club around issues that are in their school and affecting them as young women as well.
That's special, because I wish I had things like that when I was in school and so forth. Did you guys participate in things like that when you were growing up?
Well, I know I was in like student council, but it wasn't directly aimed at young women. So I think that that's really dope. It's really important, because I think sometimes you go into a thing and you think you know, like for instance, I'll go into student council and I can be the leader there, but then on a greater scale, I don't see that. So I think a program like that would have, taught me that, oh, hold on, like the mayor was saying, sometimes you have to constantly be told those things to be reminded. Right. So something like RAIN, I feel like is the epitome of that. Like, come on, you that's Black Girl Magic. They got some little girls being magical already, child.
I was a Girl Scout. So
yeah,
And
I
RAIN
wanted
sets the
to, but I
bar
didn't.
for inclusion and more groups like it.
Exactly.
I remember I was in like the marching band And I was like, oh, there's only like 3 black girls. So to have something like Rain where they can all come together and make lasting friendships with people that look like them and act like them is so celebrated. Do they usually get along?
Yes, and the thing is, when Rain launched, before we even launched Rain, in November of 2016, they hosted listening sessions at schools, not only with principals and teachers, but with students as well, on all grade levels. So we got to hear what the girls wanted out of an initiative focusing on young women of color. So that's how we formed leadership, identity, and health and wellness as like the focus areas for Rain, We the Girls. And we had a conference in June 2017. Actually, Yasmin was a part of that conference, and we kicked off the initiative there at Howard University, where we had workshops focused around the 3 pillars of Rain, which was really good. And part of it was a pep rally, which was very empowering for the girls as well. And this year, we'll also have a conference in June, and the girls that will be part of the We the Girls Leadership Series will also play a significant role in that. So we like the fact that it's very student driven and also student led, and the girls have like a main voice. And I know the mayor was saying that, and you were saying that, as far as like girls don't know they have the power to do something unless they're told to. So we're really giving them a voice and them creating their own safe spaces.
And I will say this, starting off early is something good for young girls, because I know for me, when I was growing up, I didn't see magic within myself. I didn't see like, okay, this pretty brown black girl right here is special, or she'll go do this, and she will be able to accomplish this if she wanted to. So I think young girls, teenagers being upfront with people telling them that no, you're worthy, that no, your brown is beautiful, no, you can put your mind to do whatever you want to do. Yeah, you heard it, but you weren't seeing it. Like, I didn't see a Viola Davis. I didn't see a Taraji P. Henson that came from DC just like me, talking the way I talk, able to accomplish things the way she was able to. So for them to have this young mindset of being able to understand Black Girl Magic and take this on, I think is very special. Can you ladies share with me a time where you thought maybe that your Black Girl Magic wasn't so special, or you didn't see it yet?
Well, that's hard. I think for me, Black Girl Magic was, it was something that I didn't, there was a lot like growing up. So a lot of people would say, oh, are you mixed with something? And so when I was younger, I took that as a compliment, right? I thought it was cute. But now as an adult, it's something that I almost repulse. Like, I hate it, because I don't like the idea that I'm attractive to you because you think that I have the blood of something other than that, someone that's African. So that's when I didn't identify it, when I thought that being mixed or having a different, not that being mixed is a problem, but I'm saying you are what you are. So for me, I thought I identified with like, oh, that would be dope if that's what it was. So like I was smiling and thought it was cute. That's when I didn't realize my Black Girl Magic, because honey, no, like, bye. That's not the case. Like, you are who you are. I'm Black.
Mahogany, you were saying?
Yeah, I can relate to that, because I remember just like growing up, especially like in middle school, that's when like we're going through the changes. We're figuring out we like guys, and we're like creating our groups of friends and who we are. I always noticed sometimes like it was either me or one of the person. I was always the more darker toned girl in my group. And it always seemed like the guys wanted to go more towards the lighter skinned Black women, and then the dark skinned girls always looked frowned upon, like I'm not pretty enough because my skin is darker, or my hair isn't flowy or straight or silky. And I felt like as a young girl that really kind of affected me, because I felt like, oh, I need to do extra because my skin is not lighter. But as a older woman now, and being almost close to 30, I'm just kind of like, I embrace my color. There's so many different shades of us, and we bring so many different things, and it should be about us uplifting each other and not bringing each other down, because we're so many different shades. Like, we're a big melting pot, I feel like, and it's of beauty, and we should embrace that. So I think now just your program is bringing like sisterhood, and it's bringing bonds and relationship early on. So like when we're doing different things when it comes to our careers and education, we're there being each other's cheerleaders and supporters, because we need that. Even as grown adults with our Black Girl Magic, we still need that support.
Good. Let's just hold it right there. Lots more Black Girl Magic to talk about. I Wish You Knew. We'll be right back. You know what used to irritate me as a brown girl? When guys used to say the line, "You're pretty." back to I Wish You Knew. As positive as many people see the movement to instill confidence and affirm love and support of Black women and girls, not everyone agrees on the Black Girl Magic approach. Dr. Linda Chavers, a writer, teacher, and scholar, wrote this in an article on Elle.com. The strong Black woman archetype is the idea that we can survive it all, that we can withstand it, that we are in fact superhuman. Black Girl Magic sounds to me just like another way of saying the same thing. And it is smothering and stunting. It is above all constricting rather than freeing. Panel, ladies, what do you think about that statement from that article?
I just think she's doing too much. Like, I really, she's doing too much. Because she sounds like a hater. Like, okay, yeah, so what? That's the point. We are magic or miraculous. How about that? Like, yeah, I mean, all the things that come at us that we have to deal with, which we mentioned before, you know, systems of oppression and lack of opportunities. Not to say that that exists holistically, because we are graduating, we're going and we're matriculating through college. We're graduating with not one but multiple degrees. We're in government, we're in politics, we're moving up the ladder, but nonetheless, like, we are magic. And so I understand what she's saying as though it makes us sound superhuman, but we are super women anyway. So I get the argument that she's making, but she's doing too much.
Yeah, for me, I think I get what she's trying to say in the sense that we shouldn't glorify the fact that we are able to push past everything that we're up against. But at the same time, I think anything that is positive, anything that can push people forward, anything that gives us a glimpse of hope is something worth celebrating. So for me, Black Girl Magic, I feel like it's a beautiful thing in the sense that, like I said, for so many years, we had to kind of be humble and be a certain way. We get to celebrate these things that we see. And her point of view is interesting, but I can't side with it because it's not positive in a sense. It's making it seem like this is something negative. She's killing my vibe.
I think she's killing my
In her defense, I'm one of those people that I wish we didn't need a hashtag. I wish we didn't need Black Girl Magic. But to be honest, the representation's not there. People forget that we exist in a lot of senses, and it's hard for us to see mainstream media before the Black Girl Magic movement that included all of us in our many shades and our many shapes. So we kind of have to celebrate ourselves. And I wish that wasn't the case. I wish that we had all of the attention that maybe women that look differently than us have. But I think we can kind of use that as proof to go against what she's saying. Because now people like Maxine Waters and Ava DuVernay are household names, a lot due to social media. Because Maxine's been around a while. And now that we have hashtags and that we have movements, we can now celebrate these people and put them on the forefront. And it just wasn't happening before. So as much as I wish we didn't need a hashtag like this, I'm so glad we have it. And I'm so glad that it's working.
For sure.
I think it's very empowering. As young women, or just women, young women, girls, it's empowering. We're celebrating ourselves. I know that you said before, you talked about resilience, and women of color and Black women, we are resilient human beings that are up against a lot of odds as far as being marginalized twice, being Black, being women. We need to empower ourselves and celebrate ourselves, and I don't think there's anything wrong with doing so. Yes, in a way we are superhuman because we're super women, and you said that before, Yasmin. So I think that's what's important to focus on, not to focus on like, oh, why do we have to work so hard, and why are we celebrating the fact we have to work so hard? We should celebrate that because we are up against so many odds that could put barriers to our success that in many cases it does not. And like you said, it's partially due to social media, and I think that's also important for the young women that are coming up to use Black Girl Magic to continue to empower themselves.
No, it's
So
definitely
when she
good.
says like stunting or it's making us suffer, it's like us suffering in silence. I feel like that's true because a lot of the times we're the first in line, but we're the last to be serviced. So we serve first and we're serviced last. But I think it's a way for us to start putting ourselves first. Even though we are calling it magic, words are what we make them. They have the power that we put into them. So I don't think we're using it as something to make it like it's a crutch or anything crazy. Something that I love was someone that I love said that she was speaking of her grandmother, and she said, my grandmother, you alchemist, you spun gold from such this difficult life that you have endured, and you've made lemonade out of these sour lemons. And that's so true. No, it's not magic, but it's almost like magic when you look at the rate that we are so oppressed and so pushed back, and like no one really understands. When you look at how far we've come and how much support we have for each other now, it's almost unreal. Like we were supposed to be on the ground, baby. We were supposed to be down somewhere, down
we are
and out.
reclaiming our time.
I find that she's taking
We are reclaiming.
I think she's taking it very literal. When we say magic, it's not about a supernatural thing or anything like that, but it's about the power within the woman that allows you to overcome these hurdles and these obstacles. Because like you said, we're women. Then on top of that, we're black women. So what are the odds that's stacked against you? It's a great wall, but it's the supernatural power that pushes you through that wall to achieve things like awards that have never been given to an African-American woman before.
Right.
To be able to be in political stands and things of that sort, to be able to be these women that we are, I think that's where it comes from. And also, I think her statement makes it hard for us it makes it seem like it's wrong to celebrate yourself. It's like we're supposed to be these weak things that has no voice to say, okay, no, I love this, black girl magic, it's happening, it's right now, we're winning, let's clap it up. She makes it seem like
that's a problem.
We shouldn't be saying that, that we should be really quiet and Go ahead, what you gonna say?
I think she doesn't want us to overcomplicate it. Like don't take a picture like I just finished the dishes, black girl magic, or like I raked the leaves, black girl magic. Like she doesn't want us to see it as us doing regular things and over celebrating it. So I think that's where she missed the mark. I think missing the mark is we're celebrating the great things that we do and overcoming the strength and all these great things that we're talking about, not just regular stuff that we're doing and we expect a hand clap just because we're black women doing it.
Right.
And to be fair, honey, we're clapping for ourselves, okay?
Yeah.
But I think, it's a doctor, so PhDs and doctoral students and professors have a tendency to be analytical about movements. And so, the Black Lives Matter movement, there's been a lot of analysis and critique about it. The same thing with Black Girl Magic and whatever else. But nonetheless, I think if we're going to critique, that it needs to be, hopefully it was a holistic study and critique and not just the negative of what, the perception of what Black Girl Magic could be, but also what it is and how we are using it to empower ourselves.
I think we can sit and talk about stuff like this all day. What a great show. Thank you, Kristen Moore, for joining us. If you would like to know more about RAIN, go to dcps.gov/RAIN. Thank you for watching. We will see you next time on I Wish You Knew. But I get what she's saying, but I also feel it's heavy.
Is she black?